Kid Akeem in the black with the red. In the solid white, the champion is Robert Quiroga.
Akeem once again with all that reach advantage, swinging wildly and missing.
It would be interesting, Robin, if we had the facilities to have done so this afternoon on a punch meter to find out exactly how many punches Robert Quiroga is going to throw in this fight. There will be a ton.
I guess there are a heck of a lot there, Sam, the first 2 rounds.
Kid Akeem threw just a slight left uppercut to let Quiroga know that it's there.
No snap in those punches, though, Sam. They're going through the motions, but there's no snap, crackle, or pop in those.
There's the left hand by both fighters. The uppercut again by Kid Akeem.
Akeem turning his body more. If you notice, turning himself sideways on. Less of a target for Robert Quiroga.
And at 115 and a string being, it is less of a target indeed. Look at him expose, a big cut.
Big cut over Quiroga's eye.
Yes, it is. A huge cut. A big cut over the left eye of Quiroga in the 3rd round. And this could be a major turn of this fight, as Kid Akeem stays right on top of him and goes right after that eye.
Well, it's real nasty, Sam. When we see it towards camera again, there's a real bad cut.
Oh, my.
A real thrashing blow. Looked innocuous, but it came across and split that eye right open.
Well, Beto Martinez over in the corner, the champion, Robert Quiroga, is really going to have a tough chore now. It appears to be on the outside of the eye, not on the lid, but we'll have to wait till we get a little closer look at it to make sure. And also, it is low enough on the eyebrow that it is not trickling into his eye, referring to the blood.
Well, Akeem is certainly working on it, Sam. You can see that now. He's turned himself away, turned himself into it, getting those punches going through on that eye.
Credit Quiroga. He has not backed up a step.
He can't do much else, Sam. He's got to keep going. He's been shipping blows now. He can't see well out of that left eye, I would guess. There's a lot of blood going around it. Always difficult for a fighter. Yeah, you can see Quiroga's lost his rhythm, lost his distance there. They're swinging, but they're not going through. Just like Akeem was in the first 2 rounds.
Now, we must also, at the end of the round, watch the referee and the judges carefully. This could have been caused by a head clash. I don't think it was.
Nope.
But the referee and the judges will confer, and at the end of the round, if nothing is said, it was a clean blow that opened the cut. And that obviously takes it away from a possible technical draw if it does not reach the 6th round.
Well, that can give it to the new champion, Kid Akeem, if that's the decision they're going to make.
And there's the bell in the 3rd, and you've got to give that to the challenger. He came on as Kid Akeem, really took it to Quiroga. Let's go into that corner and watch this.
Amazing when a fighter senses blood there, Sam. They really pile on the pressure. That really turned it around for Kid Akeem. Here we see in Robert Quiroga's corner. They're working on that now. The ring doctor's over there. Having a real good look.
Now you see the importance of how this cut. The man in the ring now is Beto Martinez. The man outside the ring is now Joe Lopez, who was just reversed.
There we saw it. That was it. A good right. Great right punch. That was the one which did it.
Quiroga opening with that cut right there.
Full mark to our director there. They picked
again.
up that punch. There it was, sweeping right across. It could well have been, Sam, the actual webbing on the glove as the hand came past. Just picked it open. Robert picking Quiroga.
Dan Shoemaker, our producer. Skip Hill, our director in the truck, giving you those pictures. Bob Fossey with some audio with us throughout the day.
Well, here we go then. Kid Akeem running out there. He's got bounce in his feet now. He's 2 difficult rounds. The 3rd round was his.
And now he couldn't wait, and now they're going to get some tape squared away on the glove of the challenger here.
Maybe the referee heard what we were saying. We thought it might have been the tape of the webbing which did that cut.
Across the way, Miguel Diaz. Rich Landers, one of the local promoters here in San Antonio, helping the career of Robert Quiroga, hollering from behind us to get inside. As again, they secure the tape on the glove of the right hand, the one that did indeed open up the cut, and they did not confer with the judges nor the referee. So as we showed you on the replay, they too realized it was a good punch by Kid Akeem that opened the cut.
Yeah, totally legal blow there, Sam.
Absolutely.
So Kid Akeem's now got one heck of a handicap to keep up. Ahead on the first 2 rounds, he lost the 3rd. Sorry, behind on the first 2 rounds, up on the 3rd. Robert Quiroga still an Arcard, slightly ahead here, but he's got a long way to go with that difficult wound on his face.
Hooking left hands by both fighters. Quiroga having to fight uphill against the taller challenger. Throwing the right over the top, catching the challenger, Kid Akeem, on the shoulder.
Quiroga, I haven't seen him fight before, Sam. Does he have a history of cuts? Because Akeem doesn't appear to have any history of cuts.
He does not cut, I didn't think, as much as we've seen here early. He does with an accumulation of punches, so that must have been a very good blow to open up that cut this early. Both fighters 21. We made mention of the Olympic prowess of that of Kid Akeem.
Akeem complaining that was low.
65-9, an amateur record, before turning pro at the age of 17 for Robert Quiroga. Both fighters, by the way, are fathers as they head for Father's Day. Naomi is the wife of Robert Quiroga. Their daughter is Crystal Marie, while son Akeem Jr. to Kid Akeem and Sharon, as their men fight in the ring here for the title here today in San Antonio. Kid Akeem really picking some punches here.
Rocking Robert Quiroga then. I don't think Robert Quiroga can see much on that side of his face where the cut is. Which is a pity. I think we were in for a real cracking fight.
And Quiroga's back on Kid Akeem. He tried a little rope-a-dope there. Big right hand again by Kid Akeem. Well, he's just nailing that left eye. Quiroga's having to be so conscious of keeping the left hand, trying to guard the left eye, that he's not able to jab in and throw the right behind it.
Well, Akeem trying to do his uppercuts. I think he's doing better just to throw in those hands right onto the face there of Robert.
The crowd anxious for Robert Quiroga to get back in the fight. Kid Akeem has definitely taken the momentum away here. Closing seconds of the fourth round.
Yeah, Quiroga trying to feint there, but not making it off. Akeem saw it coming, managed to turn away.
Akeem is going to come away with another round here if he keeps throwing punches, and he has. And he has come back-to-back with the third and fourth solid round. And in particular, opening up the cut in the third over the eye of the champion.
Although somehow that cut is held there, Sam. It didn't spurt. It's taken the blows. It stayed together. They're going to have to work on it every round. There we see it. All credit to the camp over there. It didn't really burst just there, but there's a second cut now, I think, just above the eyelid.
One on the eyelid and one on the eyebrow. You can see him going right back to work. I don't want to tell you, folks, if you've never had this coagulant put in a cut before, you have not lived. You think Mercurochrome stings, folks. When do you get this in your eye?
Right, that brings tears to your eyes, Sam, for sure.
Well, right now, Kid Akeem has brought some tears to Robert Quiroga's hope of maintaining his world title, as he has opened up some cuts over the left eye. And now Barry Yates is now warning the Quiroga corner for some talk out of the corner. Wants him to keep it a little quieter over there for some reason.
Well, in between rounds, Sam, the noise was Roger Mayweather being presented, the former world champ. He's in the Kid Akeem camp, getting a big hurrah from the crowd. Here we go into round 5. Kid Akeem inching slowly ahead, I would think, here. Two difficult rounds at the beginning. Came through round 3, came through round 4. Robert Quiroga shipping punches under heavy weather, under heavy attack because of that eye.
I think the momentum is still with Kid Akeem, giving him the fourth round on our unofficial card of the scheduled 12-rounder.
I'm sure the butterflies in the stomach of Kid Akeem, those first 2 rounds when the crowd were behind Robert Quiroga, were a lot to do with it. He didn't quite know what to do. The noise was there. Robert Quiroga comes in again, tries to get those punches through. Not much damage.
This is the Robert Quiroga of old. Watch as he tries to uppercut, but watch the body work if he gets inside. Kid Akeem trying to keep him at bay. And uppercut has been a big weapon for Kid Akeem today.
Very few really scored though, Sam. He's been trying and trying. That one actually got through. It's not been successful, though he obviously likes that punch.
Good left hand by the champion. Quiroga backing up Kid Akeem for a moment. Quiroga with a big right hand over the top. Kid Akeem back against the ropes where he doesn't want to be. Look at the body work of the champion. Kid
Robert
Akeem
Quiroga taking a punch too, Sam.
He does indeed. Kid Akeem, like a snake, lashing out with a punch. Barry Yates, the referee, is watching us very closely, realizing that Kid Akeem is letting Robert punch. But Kid Akeem has got to throw some punches before Barry steps in there.
This is the Muhammad Ali on the rope business. Take them all, wear them down.
A little rope-a-dope, if you will, for sure. Kid Akeem now has a little puffiness under his left eye. .40 seconds to go in round 5. Quiroga has come back to capture this round by just being the aggressor.